All right, so we're going to do a demonstration on how to put the 8mm sensor into a blind hole. This is a service tool. It's a two-part tool. This will tighten up the nut for the sensor. The outside will hold the casing straight to make sure that it lines up with the forming force. This is the sensor itself. The sensor force needs to be applied in this direction. It will not work if the force is being applied against the opening. You also need to make sure that the sensor is lined up with the opening on the side of the sensor, and that the nut will tighten up against the sensor to pull it tight. Take the wire, feed it through the sensor tooling. The center part is hollow, and you will feed this sensor wire all the way through the sensor tooling. So now that you have the sensor completely pulled through the tooling, you will notice that the inside part of the sensor tool will fit into the nut, and it lines up so that you can tighten up the nut. And the outside of the housing is left-handed thread, so you want to make sure that you turn it correctly to tighten it up. Again, make sure that the sensor is in the same plane or same direction as the opening on the side. The force has to appear in this direction. So if the punch is here, you want the force to be applied in this direction. You'll take the sensor and place it down into the hole of the sensor. Use the counterweight and press against the sensor, and use the flag to make sure that it's lined up and stays in that position. Then take the inner part of the tube and tighten it up. As you tighten it up, it'll expand, the sensor will expand against the blind hole that was created in the backing plate or in the ram of the machine, or into the die casing in the machine. Tighten up the sensor. Please don't over tighten, just keep it snug. When you're done, turn the outside of the tool, and the tooling will come out, the sensor will stay in the hole. Should you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Thank you.